Hello everyone, this is Sam. This is a video that I hadn't planned on making, however, the recent announcement about 40 minutes ago on the GW2 forums about the Condi duration nerf on food and some consumables has gotten me to make it. Now, this is going to be a hot-headed reaction. Not everything that I am going to be saying in this video will necessarily be making sense, as we have yet to see how the nerf fully unveils. However, ArenaNet has already explained how some of the nerf is going to be taking place. And for now, we can already say that for sure, the Condi duration is getting a streamlining. What does that mean? That means that instead of having plus X% condition duration, we are now going to get some flat values of expertise. Expertise converts into Condi duration at a rate of 15 to 1%. The thing that we are getting right now is a huge nerf to the Condi food, which is the major point of what is happening right now. Condition duration food is gonna get from 20% to 6.66% because it is gonna be going from 20% condition duration to 100 expertise. What I was expecting this nerf to take place, I hadn't thought that it would be teased right now. I was actually expecting it to be for the balance patch in about a week. Now, it is important for me to tell you guys that no alternatives have already been detected. The problem about this is that we are getting a flat nerf and nothing to make up for it. This is something which needs the stat. Condition damage based build actually need the condition duration to be fully good. And the problem right now is that we are getting a nerf to it, which is going to be leading us to change parts, if not everything, in some builds in order to get a higher condition duration. The first thing about that is that some gear, especially on Engineer and Condi PS, is going to be swapped from Sinister to Viper. The reason as to that is that Viper has expertise while Sinister does not. We are also going to be seeing a change in runes, and most probably some builds using the rune of the Berserker are going to be swapping to runes which are going to give condition duration. This might make some more people run Twilight Arbor, but it also means that some people might go also for the runes of the Trapper. Now, we are not sure exactly how this is gonna unveil, so we're just gonna remain to this point. The next thing that I would like to be talking about is the equipment and upgrades. So we are finally getting a fix to Givers. For the people who did not know, Givers were a very weird set in that the armor gave a flat percent boon duration, while the weapons gave a flat percent Condi duration. Now they are getting changed so that these will be respectively concentration and expertise. The thing about that is that for builds which are going to be getting a huge nerf to the Condi duration, we might be getting an opportunity to swap to Givers, at least for our weapons. Because if they are getting a change which keeps the value of the Condi duration, a previously two-handed weapon with 118 expertise will now have less than a one-handed weapon because Giver supposedly would be 150 expertise, so 300 on a two-handed set. Now, this is a point which might actually get us to bypass the nerf to the food. So I have been investing both into Viper and Snowflakes, so Black Diamonds for Viper, obviously. Now, the changes, the next one is the utility consumables. The utility consumables are being standardized, so now we're not going to be having some consumables that are going to give a percent of condition duration or a percent of boon duration. These are both getting changed to yet another time, concentration and expertise. So that means that instead of having my bountiful sharpening stones with 10% boon duration, or having my toxic focusing crystals with 10% Condi duration, I am going to be getting concentration and expertise to a much reduced rate. So now the explanation that was given by ArenaNet is not exactly clear. So I guess we're going to be getting main stat the duration. So that would be 100 expertise or 100 concentration, which does hit home, but is only a 3.33% nerf if it does go that way. And then ArenaNet has provided us with a chart for the system change on the Sharpening Saws, Maintenance, or the Focusing Crystal. If we look at the line about toxic, condition damage to power, expertise to power. So now the question that we might ask ourselves is, what exactly does it mean? How should we be reading this chart? In my opinion, it means that we are going to get one of our main stats, so the stats that actually show up in the hero panel, converted into another. So for example, the new version of the Toxic Sharpening Stone should be giving me 100 expertise, and then 8% of my expertise to power, and 6% of my condition damage to power. Hopefully this is going to be the case, and this is also going to be making it rather awkward because condition damage is directly influenced by might, so we might actually see huge rises in power as we stack might or as we fight with might. We have yet to see how this is truly going to be unveiling, but I hope that it is going to be handled in the best way by ArenaNet, and I am rather confident that they know what they are doing on this one. Indeed, Condi duration and boot duration needed a nerf. The values that were given by the consumables were completely across the board and needed at one point to be changed. Now finally, there is going to be a change to the recipes. They're going to try to make them cheaper to craft, so I would say about your Bloodstone Dust, do not have many hopes of keeping on making profit on it. I have no idea how it is exactly going to be made, but at the moment I would say just keep it, see what happens, but it might actually not get another good sink. We will have to see what's going to be done. For the final point of this video, I would like to call out some insider trading. Usually people say that I am an insider trader when it is definitely not the case. I am not that kind of person, and I have never used any kind of information that I have found in leaks. At the same time, I am not an ArenaNet partner, so I do not have access to anything. Right now, I am calling out whomever thought it was a good idea today at 10:25 AM to buy a 1.5k intricate Gossamer Insignia recipes for Giver armor. Like, whomever did this is blatant insider trading. You have no reason to buy this recipe when it is account bound and given by the Winter's Day event. You have no reason to do that. Why would you ever do that? This is definitely insider trading. So anyway, this concludes this video that was an extremely fast reaction, so not everything is going to be extremely proper in it. If you have any more insights, please drop it in the comment section so that I may review it and make a better reaction video later on. Until then, I wish every single one of you to fucking hurry up to the trading post and buy whatever you think is gonna spike because you gotta be fast. Happy trading and get rich.